What's going on, guys? Welcome to my Doctor Who collection update for March 2019. So yeah, March 2019 I got, basically it's really all DVDs, apart from I have got one figure this month. So yeah, it's actually 9 classic DVDs. Yeah, so I originally was getting 5 a month. Last month I got 6. I was going to keep it at around 6. This month I got 9. Basically the seller that I bought from on eBay had a bit of an offer on where you could get, if you spent over, I think it was like over $125 or something, you got 10% off. Now for me that was pretty good because I live in Australia, I buy from the UK on eBay, and I have to pay 10% GST. So it basically meant that I got the GST off, I didn't have to pay the GST, so I thought I might as well. It's a lot more than I usually spend in 1 month on DVDs, but I thought it is worth it. The prices of DVDs are also a bit more expensive at the moment. They have really kind of gone up and aren't really going down, so I thought I'd take advantage of it at the time. So yeah, 9 separate individual stories this month. Basically I've got, what, four single releases, a box set of 3 and a box set of 2. So we're going to start off with the single releases. I've actually got a story from each Doctor, all 7 classic Doctors this month. That's pretty cool. So we're going to start off with the Aztecs. So somebody suggested that I get this as my next William Hartnell story. I was already pretty certain that this was going to be one of the next ones I got. So I decided to go for it. It wasn't actually going to be one that I got this month, but when I realised that I was going to end up having to buy 9 separate DVDs, I thought might as well. So yeah, another one from season 1, which is cool because I only have the beginning box set at the moment for season 1. So this gives me another story for that first season. Really excited about this one. A pure historical, of course. Yeah, the only other pure historical I've seen is the Romans. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. I've heard pretty good things about it. Of course, this is the special edition version, a 2 DVD set, which is pretty cool. So yeah, the Aztecs. Looking forward to watching that one. I'm going to try and remember to put my DVDs in the back this time because last month I forgot to do that. Next up, we'll go in chronological order for these single releases, then just go from there with the box sets. We've got The Mind Robber. Another one that I think I was actually going to get this one this month anyway. I was kind of debating whether or not to bother with the Macra Terror this month or not. Now it didn't come out until like the 18th or something of March, so it was really a bit too late for me to get it anyway. I wouldn't have had it by this point. I would have still been waiting another week or so. And I probably won't even get it this month because it's very expensive compared to all the other DVDs, so I'm probably going to wait off a little bit on that one. But I thought I'd get a second Doctor story. The Mind Robber was one that I've seen people recommend. It looks like a very interesting, strange little story. I believe it's actually, I mean, look at the running time there, you got 99 minutes. I believe this is actually a 5-parter, which is something interesting. I don't think 5-parters are really that popular. You know, they're usually 4 or 6 parts. It seems to be the most common. But yeah, this one's a 5-parter, so that's going to be interesting. But yeah, it's one that I haven't really heard much about. Seeing clips here and there, you know, of like the TARDIS blowing up or whatever happens and they go shooting off into space. I've seen clips of that, but apart from that I don't really know anything about the Mind Robber, so I'm interested to see what that one's got in store. Next up, we've got a 3rd Doctor story. We've got The Claws of Axos. So the reason I went for this one is a couple of reasons. First reason is that for some reason, I don't know why, this is a special edition. For some reason, this is the cheapest classic DVD that you can buy on eBay. From both the sellers I buy from, this is like $5 cheaper than everything else. I don't know why. I don't know why. It just is for some reason. So I kind of thought, oh, I'm spending a lot of money this month. Let's get one of these cheaper ones as well. So I got this, Claws of Axos. Other reason is because I have the Claws of Axos figure set. So I thought, you know, I've got the figures, but I've never seen the story. So yeah. Out of all these 9 stories, by the way, I'm pretty sure I've only seen 3, I think. Yeah, I think I've only seen 3 of the 9, so that's pretty good. So yeah, Claws of Axos. It's a fairly highly rated one, I'd say. I don't think it's like one of the most outstanding ones. But you know, it's kind of rated, it's kind of average, maybe a bit above. So I'm looking forward to it. Of course, special edition. So it is a 2-disc set, which is always nice. And yeah, always happy to get some more John Pertwee, and it's a season 8 as well. This is only the 2nd story I've got from season 8, so yeah, really happy to have that. And then we've got the final single release DVD, which is Revelation of the Daleks. So yeah, a 6th Doctor story. Wasn't expecting to get this month. I've kind of been waiting off, because the 6th Doctor doesn't really have many stories. I mean, he only really has 11 stories, separate stories on DVD. That's if you count Trial of a Time Lord as 4 different stories. So I was gonna wait a while and then get Trial of a Time Lord next. But when I decided that I was going to have to get this many DVDs for this deal, I thought, you know what, let's just get Revelation of the Daleks. I have seen this before, quite a while ago, so I can't really remember anything about it, but I have seen it before, so yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't really remember anything from it, so I can't tell you how good it is. From what I've heard of other people, it's apparently pretty good. Not one of the best Dalek stories, but people seem to fairly highly rate it. I'm also fairly certain that this was the last story of season 22. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I think that's the case. So yeah, Revelation of the Daleks. Looking forward to watching that one again. Haven't seen a 6th Doctor story in ages, so it'll be good to watch that one. Now next up we've got the 2 DVD box set, which happens to also be a 2-disc box set, which is the Cybermen collection, I guess you can call it, Revenge of the Cybermen and Silver Nemesis. Not a massively highly regarded box set, I will be honest. To be fair, both of the box sets I got this month, neither of them are, I'd say, are particularly highly regarded. This one's probably the worst. Well, I don't know. It depends how you feel about it. So yeah, you've got Revenge of the Cybermen, which is a 4th Doctor story, Silver Nemesis, which is a 7th Doctor story. So let's get them out of the slipcover. So we've got Revenge of the Cybermen first. Yeah, the big return to for the Cybermen after not being in the show since the invasion. I'm gonna say is, I think, their last appearance, because that was after Wheel in Space, right? Fairly sure I've got that correct. 3rd Doctor, of course, didn't see the Cybermen at all. Came back for Tom Baker's first season, though. Yeah, from what I've heard, not great. Not a great Cyberman story. Yeah, don't really know why. I don't know what makes it bad. I'm interested to watch it. But yeah, Revenge of the Cybermen. Okay, should be interesting. And then, probably the second worst Cyberman story from what people seem to say. It's Silver Nemesis. People really don't like the story. I'd say that this probably is more hated than Revenge of the Cybermen. I haven't seen either of them, so I can't really say that for myself at the moment. But yeah, the final Cybermen story of the classic series, people don't like it. It's also technically the 25th anniversary special, which I think is also a bit of a weird thing, because from what I've heard, it doesn't really have anything kind of to do with, you know, the history of Doctor Who or anything. If anything, remember that the Daleks should have been the 25th anniversary, but I think because, you know, 25, silver anniversary, Cybermen, silver, I think that's what they were going for. So yeah, I'm interested to see what this story's like. Like I said, doesn't seem to be particularly highly regarded, but it is a special one. Now, Revenge of the Cybermen was pretty special for me to get, because it gives me 4 out of 5 stories from season 12, so I only have Robot to get, and then season 12 is complete for me. Silver Nemesis, though, it actually completes season 25 for me, which is really cool. This is now the 2nd season I've finished, completed in DVD. I've got season 10 completed already. Season 25 is now the 2nd season I've completed, so that's a big reason to have this. Even if it is a crap story, it does mean that I have now completed another season. So yeah, I mean, granted it's only 4 stories, isn't it, season 25, but I mean, it is still a milestone, so yeah, I'm interested to check it out, but I'm not exactly expecting the highest story in the world. Alright, so to finish off, we've got my 3 DVD box set, which is the Black Guardian trilogy. Another probably not particularly highly rated box set. 3 stories, all in a row. You've got Mordrin Undead, Terminus, and Enlightenment. People seem to have very differing opinions on these stories. From what I've seen, Mordrin Undead seems to be fairly highly regarded. These 2, though, a lot of people don't like very much at all. I've especially heard some bad things about Enlightenment. Now, weirdly, well, I say weirdly, I have seen Mordred Undead and Enlightenment before. Can't really remember anything from either of them. Terminus I've never seen, so yeah, let's get these out of here. We'll start off with Mordred Undead, the introduction to Turlo, so that's something cool, I guess. He's actually, spoilers, he is kind of the bad guy almost in this story from what I remember, but he ends up becoming the Doctor's companion at the end. Yeah, once again, can't really say much. Oh, the Brigadier returns again, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, apart from that, yeah, I'm interested to watch it again, but from what I've heard, it is probably the best of the three, because then you have got Terminus, which I believe is Nissa's final story, her departure story. Pretty interested to see this. Never seen this one before. I mean, I don't really know what to expect, but yeah, Nissa's final story, not particularly highly regarded, but should be interesting. And then finally, Enlightenment, which I have seen before. However, I can't really remember anything about it. Yeah, I know there's like a pirate ship or something. I don't know. This is actually a special edition. Like, there's two versions. There's like, that's the normal edition, and then this one, I think they like redid some of the effects or something, some of the visual effects for the DVD release. You know, kind of like they do with the season 18 box set, which is pretty cool. But I think I'm gonna watch the normal version for my review, because I feel like I should review the how it originally was if I can. So I probably will watch the other version next time around, but I think for this first time I will watch the original for the review. But yeah, once again, should be interesting, I suppose. And then the final thing for this month is the figure I got. You would have already seen it in the thumbnail. It's the 13th Doctor character options figure. Yeah, I thought I might as well get this figure. I mean, I've got all the other Doctors, so why not have the 13th Doctor? I actually think this is a really, really good figure. It's a very good sculpt. Pretty good likeness of Jodie Whittaker, I'd say. I think it's more like the detailing and the hair and everything, which is just really good. The jacket looks good, the shirt looks good. You know, she's got a sonic screwdriver. I think it is a really nice looking figure. Although I'm not currently the biggest fan of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, I do quite like her costume. You know, very David Tennant-esque with I really like the big jacket. It just brings me back to 10th Doctor times. So I do really like her costume and her look. Just not a big fan of the Doctor herself, really. So having a figure of her is pretty cool. She can be a bit of a pain in the ass to stand up, but yeah, pretty cool to have that, I suppose. So I'll put her there, and yeah. No, so I just got to the end of the video and I forgot about showing you guys the collection. I said I was going to do this every time, so we might as well do it here. I'll just edit it in. So yeah, the Aztecs means that I now have 4 stories for season 1, so that's bridging out, you know, giving me quite a bit now for William Hartnell. The second Doctor gets the Mind Robber there. I believe that is a part of season 6. The third Doctor gets Claws of Axos, now gives me 2 stories for season 8. The fourth Doctor gets Revenge of the Cybermen, means that I only need a robot, and then I've completed season 12, Tom Baker's first season, so that's always good. Moving to the second shelf now. Tom Baker's slightly now coming onto the second shelf. And then Peter Davison's all on here. Of course, Mordred Undead, Terminus, and Enlightenment are really, I mean, it's put season 20 from the season that I had the least amount to now the season that I have the most of in his era, so that's kind of boosted him up a bit there. Colin Baker, sorry, gets Revelation of the Daleks in there for season 22, and then Sylvester McCoy, the 7th Doctor, gets Silver Nemesis in there, which completes season 25 with Remembrance of the Daleks, The Happiness Patrol, Silver Nemesis, and The Greatest Show in the Galaxy. So that is the collection there, the DVD collection. Also for the figures, the 13th Doctor's there alongside all the other Doctors. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please go ahead, like and subscribe. Go and follow me on Twitter, link is in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video.